My Impact, Influence and Confidence programme is designed with talented women in mind to engage, inspire and build self-belief at work. For more information, go to bitfamous.co.uk. Hi, I'm Penny Haslam. Today in the podcast, I don't know if you're some sort of bimbo who just reads the auto cue or whether you actually know what you're doing. This is about you and how you feel about your worth, your value, your experience, your image, all of that stuff. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling good about that? I hope so. If not, if you're like many people, and lots of the people I coach will explain this to me at some point, that they don't feel like they're really being praised for what they do. It's that situation where you know you're doing an all right job because no one's told you off, or you've not failed yet. And so you kind of have this little bit of doubt perhaps about whether you're able, whether you are capable, whether you are excellent. It's a bit of an unknown situation, isn't it? So this is a tip, an idea for you to try if you fancy it. It's about patting your own back. We say pat yourself on the back. Yes, pat yourself on the back. However, that's really momentary, ephemeral, like, oh yeah, okay, well, I did a good thing this week. It's gone, hasn't it? The brain doesn't really want to remember that too much because the brain is hardwired to think about all the trouble ahead. Just how it is. So this is about self-praise and the importance of it, the value of it for you. You might ask for feedback from others. You might get great feedback. It's highly unlikely. I got this really fantastic piece of feedback. I say fantastic. When I needed to self-praise, as opposed to seek reassurance, which is what I was doing really. Had I been a bit more aware, I would have realised that was what was going on. But I approached a line manager at my former employers a long time ago when I was on the TV and I was doing the business news on the Rolling News channel. Anyway, I'm in front of the big markets board. I've obviously got loads of facts and figures because it's the business news, but you want to pare that down. I was trying to pare that down, make sure it was still on point, made sense, was engaging, la la la. And I just wanted some feedback / reassurance / maybe a bit of praise that I was doing a good job. And if I was doing a good job, how could I make it even better? That's what you seek, isn't it? When you're doing your work and you've maybe got to a position where you're quite high up or you're perhaps not surrounded by others in the same boat as much as you used to be, you kind of need to gauge how you're doing. Anyway, I approached this line manager and went, hi, I just want to know how it's going, what your impressions are, what I could do to improve. And he looked me up and down and he said, oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're some sort of bimbo who just reads the auto cue or whether you actually know what you're doing. And that was it. And so the feedback was harsh and difficult and weird. And I just kind of walked away from that with a very, very puzzled feeling about everything, about the world. Anyway, take that as you like. Had I been in the mode of self-praise, patting myself on the back, noticing the wins and recording them, and this is the important bit, the recording element of it, the noting element, the physical noting down element, it takes it away from being that momentary, ephemeral pat on the back. Oh, I had a good success this week. Oh, I did that well. Reflect. That's great. And it vanishes. So this is how we go about this. A bit like a comedian or a professional speaker who seeks testimonials. So if you've ever been to a comedy show or been handed a flyer for something like that, you'll notice the testimonials on it, the rave reviews perhaps, 5 stars, the Daily Mail, or in my line of work, when I speak, I seek recommendations from my clients on LinkedIn. I've built up quite a few and they're all really positive, which is lovely. That's how it should be. And I've got those written down to look at in the same way that the comedian or the theatre show has got reviews for it to publish and publicise. We see it and we go, oh, yes, 5 stars. I am a 5-star actor. Or, oh, yes, she did do a very good job, blah, blah, blah. But in most people's experience, that's not something we seek. It's not something we get out and seek out and record. But my advice is that we should. This is the tip. We need something, what I call a wins folder. Not wince. That's like different. Wins, as in, hooray, successes. In your email inbox, get yourself a little folder. Call it what you like. Call it a swipe folder, a wins folder, triumphs. Or you could call it end of year appraisals, review folder. Because recording all of your successes is a really great idea because it builds a picture every month of all the things that you've done through the year that you can take into your end of year review. Saves that last minute work of going, well, I suppose it was all right in March. I can't really remember what I did. We'll just say it was all right. No, you've got some really clear, cool evidence to bring to that appraisal. So that's a real bonus benefit from doing this. So you created this email folder and you can begin to swipe into it moments of winning. Okay, so it might be a customer comment that you got back or a client said something good to you. Now, you might want to record that. It might have been a phone conversation. You might just want to send yourself an email note of what they said and the context for it. It might be that somebody you work with has commented on the great project you did or the way that you handled a situation. And yeah, that's great. Record it, email yourself, send yourself a note or get them to record it in an email and send it to you. I really liked what you said to me. It would be really nice for me to be able to capture that towards my end of year review. Would you mind emailing it to me? Or here's what you said. Is that all right if I use that in my end of year review? Whatever it works for you, whatever's going to get you that material. No one is going to tell you when you're in the top leadership positions that you've done a great job, are they? Because that's your job to tell others they've done a great job or they could do it differently or you liked the way they worked. You're not really going to get that much praise. I think that's why people seek out OBEs and MBEs and stuff like that. They want a medal, they want a badge, and everyone loves a certificate, don't they? So that's the key to self-esteem, banishing negative self-talk. In fact, I mentioned a swipe folder in episode 26 about negative self-talk, which is the voice of imposter syndrome, the voice of uncertainty and self-doubt. So create the dossier, swipe stuff across into it, and build a picture for all of your 5-star reviews, the rave reviews. And every now and again, when you're feeling a bit unsure, open up the dossier, have a little look. It's very reassuring. Thanks for listening. My 3rd book is coming out in 2024. It's all about confidence at work and in life. And as you'd expect from me, there are lots of stories and ideas to help you build confidence, whether it's for yourself or for others. It might be colleagues, teammates, friends and family. Head to pennyhaslam.co.uk/confidence-book.